she's coming back. Um, how do I feel? How do I feel this is going to go for Gretchen, which I think is the more interesting story. This is good and bad. Okay, this is good and bad. I hate to break it to you, Gretchen. There's some good news and there's some bad news. So I don't hate Alexis Bellino the way the rest of y'all hate Alexis Bellino. I feel Alexis personally was used. I feel she was done dirty by production. I really do. You know, when Jimmy Bellino was here, he said it best. I mean, we have a saint edit for Shannon and a devil edit for Alexis. I personally think that the truth lies somewhere in the middle, and somewhere in the middle is the reality of the situation, right? So for me, I feel Alexis was used by production. That's what they do. They use you. I feel she was dating Johnny J. We brought her back. Shannon versus Alexis. She helped with the Shannon redemption season. This has nothing to do with Shannon, nothing against Shannon, but it was the Shannon redemption season. And Shannon's not going anywhere, and everyone hates Alexis now for getting the guy and blah blah blah. And let's have a we hate fun Lexi season and build Shannon up. And of course, Alexis is now fired because nobody wants another season of that. Things change every season. When you become bigger than the show and you take over and you suck the fucking oxygen out of the room the way that annoying Vicky Gunvalson did, you get fucking fired. So that's why Alexis was fired, because nobody gives a shit about her versus Shannon anymore. So I just want Gretchen. I know you're listening. You see your name in the title. You're listening. It's Gretchen. It's okay. They all listen. You're not the only one listening. Hi, Heather Dubrow. I saw Heather Dubrow last night at Craig's. Heather and Terry. Do they go anywhere else in LA besides Craig's? Anywhere. And let me tell you, I wasn't even hungry. I didn't even want to go. But I had the Caesar salad and the meatballs. I called it. I had two martinis. I needed an early night. But there was Heather Dubrow. I mean, yes, Heather, the paparazzi saw you on the way in. They saw you on the way out. Don't worry, girl. You still got it. But anyway, so Gretchen, there's some good news and there's some bad news. Beware, Gretchen. I know you're listening. Beware. That's all. Beware. Just beware that the producers are not your friends. Okay. I know you think you know this girl. You haven't been on the damn show since 2013. That's 12 years. I'm trying to help you, Gretchen. I like Gretchen. I like Slade. Okay. I said it. I've come out of the closet. So just be careful that the producers are not your friends. I hope they're not going to do to Gretchen what they did to Alexis. I hope, look, this season isn't going to be about Shannon. Right? We had the takedown of Erica Jane with Tom Girardi, and that was over. We're not going to have 3 seasons of Erica. Then we had Kyle and Morgan. Now we have Kyle and Mauricio. Now we have Kyle and Dorit. Like, each season is different. It's not going to be a Shannon season. I just hope that we're not bringing back Gretchen to do her dirty the way we did Alexis dirty, and it's going to be Gretchen versus Tamra. And this is the Tamra redemption season, and somehow we're going to make Gretchen look bad, and then we're just going to cast her off. That to me is also a boring season. We just did that with Alexis. So I'm just saying, Gretchen, girl, I know you think you know, and this and that, and everyone hates Tamra and blah, blah, blah. Just beware. That's all I'm saying, Gretchen, girl. Just beware. They're not your friends, and they could do you dirty. I think that's a boring season. I don't think we're going to have that season. I think personally, which is so much more interesting to me, and let me be very clear and say it again. When I do my analysis, I have no fucking horse in the race. Okay. I cannot like Teresa because in real life, I find her to be an actual animal, but she's one of the biggest housewives of all times. Will she come back to RHONJ if RHONJ comes back? I don't know. Probably. I still think probably. So I can be objective, but objectively, this might be it's not just because she's a fucking rat that scurries. the Tamrat, who has really been misbehaving, and there's no more Gouda for her. I'm done. No, she's just as bad as last season. But this could be the takedown of Tamra. Now, hear me out. Let's see how the season progresses. But the thing is that Tamara is now the longest running housewife of all time. Just FYI, that's not a debate. I said this yesterday and someone was like confused. I'm like, this is not a debatable fact. Tamara has been on 15 seasons on Real Housewives of Orange County. The second is Kyle Richards at 14 and Teresa Giudice at 14. Teresa does not have a show. There's no New Jersey. Now, while they film the OC and then it's blah 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 and then Beverly Hills comes back, Kyle will be up to 15. She'll be tied with Tamara for a minute. But right now, Tamara is the longest running housewife with full-time seasons at 15. Second is Kyle and Teresa with 14. You better hope New Jersey comes back, Teresa, and you better hope you come back. But I feel that, so there's that, okay? Now, do producers like that? Is that a badge of honor? I don't know. I don't know that they want that honor to go to Tamra Judge. I think they really want it to go to Kyle Richards, first of all. But okay, great. But that is what it is. Now, I also want to bring into the fact that you all hate her. I mean, so my question is, we don't want people we hate. We now hate Brynn Whitfield. She's fired. Okay. We hated Diana Jenkins. She's gone. You hated my friend Ebony K. Williams. She's gone. You love to hate Ramona. What is the Stinga gonna do next? Okay. So do we hate Tamara? Is she the rat that scurries that just people realize has no fucking soul? Or do we love to hate Tamara? And what is she going to do next? I'm not sure which it is because a lot of you were very vocal last season and saying you're not even going to watch the damn show if Tamara's back. So maybe Tamara's back to put the nail in the longest running housewives coffin of 15 seasons. And maybe this is it for Tamara. Okay, maybe this is her last season and you all hate her. And if you're really going to hate her and not watch, producers want her to go out with a bang and they will make you hate her so much. And Gretchen does not like her. She said that on this podcast. She said it recently when she fell out with Shannon. She's like, what's the common denominator here? I mean, so if y'all hate the rat that scurries and hate her, not like the singer Stinger where you hated to love her, maybe Gretchen is back, and instead of doing her dirty like we did Alexis, maybe she's back to take down Tamra and get Tamra off the show, and maybe Gretchen will then be upgraded to a full-time role. It's possible. It is very possible. The other thing I just want to caution everybody about is they build you up to tear you down. Lisa Rinna, Dorinda Medley, they build you up. So when they say last season, when Tamra is so hated, and Tamra then goes on to say, well, Bravo producers and Bravo and the powers that be told me that, it's only 30